Now, a lot of people have been asking me this question that Shashank, how do you build a model portfolio? What are the things that you consider before buying any stock? What are your long-term stocks that you currently have? And when you build it, how long do you hold it? When do you book profit? All of these questions are there. So today I'm going to do something very interesting for you guys. So I have a portfolio that I'm managing. Obviously for my family members, I manage the portfolio. So I'm going to show you one of the family members' portfolio today. And it is a long-term portfolio. It is not a short-term portfolio. And I'm going to show you how much returns have happened in that portfolio. What are the companies that actually did well? There are companies that didn't do well as well. So I'm going to show you every single thing in today's video. So stay tuned. So now I'm just screen sharing my family account. So as you see, the invested amount is 7,38,000. The present value is almost double at 13,69,000. This portfolio is around 1.5 to 2 years old. So it is approximately 365 to 720 days old portfolio. The return is around 85% and the unrealized PNL, because I've not booked this profit yet, is approximately 6.3. So let me show you the companies that I'm holding and I'll tell you why I'm holding these companies as well, right? So the first company that you need to look at is a company called Apar Industries. Now let me do a view breakdown for you and you will understand when I actually bought this company. So you can see I bought 30 quantity of this company during this period, right, which is June 2023 is when I bought this company, and you can see I bought everything on the same day. So 30 quantity is what I got. Now the persons whose portfolio that I was investing, my family member, they gave me a investment of around 6 lakhs. So I couldn't obviously put a lot of money into one company, so I had to bifurcate it. Now this person is also quite aged, so I would not say it is a young portfolio. So I have to maintain a balance of risk and reward, right? So what I've done is I put 4-5 companies that are stable and I put 4-5 companies that can give me slightly good alpha over the period of time. Alpha is nothing but beating Nifty and getting significantly good returns. Now first let's look at Nifty, right? If I look at Nifty from June 2nd, 2023 to today, Nifty has given approximately 35% return since June 2nd, 2023, right? So if you look at this, 35.17 is what Nifty has given, and this company has given approximately 233% return in the same time frame. So it has clearly beaten Nifty by a huge margin. So if you see that I had bought approximately 81,000 and right now it is at 2,70,000. Have I sold it now? The answer is no. Now let me show you how it looks on the chart, right? So this was the orange line where I bought it, the day I bought. This is a weekly chart. If I do daily, it will show too much. So I did a weekly chart. And as you can see, from the time we have invested, it has given good profit in my family portfolio, right? And if you look at the fundamentals of this company, Apar Industries, and if I go from a year-on-year perspective, right, this is something that I look at. When I bought it, it was around 2023. So this was the results that it was giving. 2024 obviously has been a very good year as well. And there has been good amount of increase in the company. So if you look at this, June 2023, then 23 September, December, March, June, every time the result has been amazing, right? The margins have been stable and this has been giving, and it was also in the futuristic sector. So this gave a lot of money. Now coming to a stable company. Now this is something that I bought in 2022 called ICICI Bank, approximately 85 quantity, and this has given a total return of 40%. Now if I go back and check Nifty, right, which let me just check Nifty again. So Nifty I have to check from 2022 August. So August 2022, what has Nifty given? Nifty has given approximately 41%, and as you can see, ICICI has given 40%. Now this is not great in my opinion, but because I had to pick some stable stocks, I did, but it is surely 100% not great, right? Because if Nifty is giving 41, I cannot have ICICI Bank invested at 40% gains. But as you see, the 73,000 invested has become 1,04,000. It is still profitable, so I have no problem about the profitability at all, right? Third company is another company which is in the wiring space called KEI. Again, I bought this in 2023. As you see, it is the same date that I bought Apar. So I invested all of this on the same date and I have not touched it after that, right? I bought 33 quantity at that time and I have not touched it. And this has also given 114%. So if you calculate it with respect to 35% Nifty returns, this has again beat Nifty. Now coming to the fourth company, as you can see, we see Nestle. Now Nestle is again another company that I invested mainly because Nestle is doing well, was doing well when I invested, and again it's a stable company stock, right? So when I invested in this company, it was somewhere around, let's check when it was it 2022 or 23? This was 2022, again August, right? So if you look at Nestle from a 2022 perspective in August, September, December, if you see the results are completely fine, right? Margins are stable, results are fine. The profit has grown from 661 to 747. Even if you look at it from a yearly perspective from 2022 to 2024, there is revenue expansion, right? On both bottom line and top line. EPS has grown from 24 to actually 40. But the stock price, as you see, has only given 25% returns. Now, when you give 25% returns and Nifty has given 41% returns, it is not a great investment. But did I sell it? No, I have not sold it. Even though the PE looks quite high, right? And if you look at the historical PE of this company, it is at an all-time high. I have not sold Nestle because I want to keep the portfolio with little big companies, right? If I buy everything which is a small company, the risk of this portfolio goes significantly higher. So that is not what I wanted to do. And as you can see, this is how it is. And we had got 2 splits also. So we got 30 quantity with 2 splits because the cost was very high at that point. Coming to another company, this is something that I bought just now. So recently I sold a defense company called BDL, Bharat Dynamics, and I ended up buying this company. Now, why did I do that? Because Bharat Dynamics, if I show you the chart, this was a company that I was invested. It was at 83p. I exited over here near the top. When I saw that the P's went around 90, I said defense company getting 90 P is little overvalued. So I took a bet that it might go down. So, and it had gone up quite significantly. So I feel the earnings had peaked and I removed it at the right time, luckily. So that actually helped me a lot. And this is a company that I bought just now, right? So August 14th is when I got this. In fact, I bought it this month itself. So you can see I've bought around 470 quantity, and this is something I'm not going to touch for a long time. Why? This is a company in the Precall is basically a company in the automotive space doing really well. And I believe if rate cuts happen, which is going to happen inevitable, IT and automobile sector invariably does well. So I feel this is going to be a very good long-term play. Now coming to another safe bet, we have Mr. TCS. Now TCS is one of the safest bets. I don't need to talk about TCS too much. But again, see this company. If I check when I bought this 2022 and when I bought this in 2022, it's only given 34% gains. That means it has underperformed with respect to Nifty, because Nifty in the same period gave around 41%. So TCS and ICICI Bank, as you see, all the large cap companies have actually underperformed in this entire bull run. And this is like real proof that I'm showing you, right? These are actually held positions in the portfolio right now. Okay. Now coming to another company called Titan. Now look at Titan. Now Titan is a company that I expected would do really well, because Titan usually drives up all the time. In every bad scenario, good scenario, Titan usually goes up, and Titan has always gone up. Now it is taking a pause, but I feel that Titan is not a bad company. It will go up, but it has not gone up the amount that I actually thought it would. For example, I again bought this in 2023. Nifty had given around 35% and Titan has given 23%. And Titan was up but then fell down. But again, as you see, it has not fallen too much from its peak, right? So even though it's not fallen too much from its peak, this has not given me significant amount of return. So if you see all my safe bets, which is ICICI Bank, which is Nestle, and even TCS and Titan, these 4 safe bets have actually underperformed my entire portfolio. Even though my portfolio is sitting at 85% return on a 2 to 3 year time frame, right? I would say most of the bets were 2 years. The old ones were at 3 year time frame. Sorry, actually everything is 2 years time frame, right? Most of the companies which were riskier I bought in 2023, and before that I bought the safer bets in 2022. So the safer bets is 2 years and this is 3 year. This is 1 year. Even if I take 2 year as an example, it is approximately 85%, which has beat Nifty by almost double, because Nifty in 2 years has given 45%, and if you calculate from a 1 year time frame, this has also beat Nifty, right? But the biggest laggers I had were the large cap companies. Now coming to the extravagant returns, who have given me crazy amount of returns. Now one of the companies called Trent, which is Zudio. Now this again I bought in 2023. As you see, it is in June 2023. Now this is a very controversial company, because when I bought this company, the P ratio was still high, right? Even in June 2023, as you can see, the P ratio is sitting at 190. So why did I buy a company which is so overvalued, which has so much, ideally it is not a buy, right? Because fundamentally Zudio or Trent is not a buy. Why have I bought it, and why have I even now at this peak? Yes, it has to fall down a little bit. It has gone up so much, right? It has gone up 356%, but I've not sold a single share since 2023. I've bought it and I've kept it, not sold a single share in this, and I'm just holding it for a longer period of time. As you can see, you can even see the age of the investment. The age of the investment is 453 days. So this goes into my long-term capital gain. So even if I book 1 lakh in this, I have no problem. I don't have to pay tax. But as you can see, I'd invested only 49,000 in this company in the last 1 year, and it has given me a return of 2,24,000. 50,000 investment giving me 2.25. This is crazy returns, right? But why did I invest in it? Because I saw the potential of Trent. They were very clear. There are two things were very important in Trent at that point when I invested in 2023. One, I looked at the number of store expansions they were doing. Everyone knows about store expansions, but what is the crazy part about store expansion is that Zudio had cracked store expansion on a unit economic perspective, unit level. So every store of Zudio was first mastered. From a unit economics perspective, Zudio store was making money. And after that, once they proved the concept with a few stores, they said, if I replicate it with more stores, will the concept work? And it actually worked even after they replicated with more stores. And when they started expanding, they saw the unit economics also expanding. Yes, there will come a point where this will saturate, this will slow down, but right now I feel it has not peaked yet. I think they're still doing rapid expansion, and they're also opening stores at prime locations, which is also something that is doing really well. So Trent has been my second, I would say the biggest winner in this portfolio is Trent. Even though it was at 180 PE, I took a bet, and I took a small bet. As you can see, all my bets here, 81,000, 73, 69, 59. Pre-call is what I invested right now. TCS, Titan, everything is big bets, right? The smallest bet of mine were just two companies, Trent and Varun Beverages. Just two small bets, and coincidentally, the smallest bets in my portfolio have given me the highest returns. Smallest bets in my portfolio have given me the highest return because I was optimizing for risk reward, but 50,000 became 2,24,000. Same with Varun Beverages. Now Varun Beverages I invested during the bonus time, so I got a shares of bonus. Then I got split for that bonus, so I got another 30 shares. And then I invested recently, just now, another 23 shares into Varun Beverages, which was just worth around around 23,000 is what I invested right now. I just took a new position. Why? Because Varun Beverages fell. I took it as an opportunity, and this has again given me 286%. This was more than 300%, but just because I put a new investment, it has gone down a little bit. Now, if I had to zoom out of this, and as you can see it here from a zoomed out perspective, right? If I just do P&L change. So one beautiful thing about this portfolio is not a single stock is in loss. Till now, I have not sold anything in loss. Even Bharat Dynamics that I sold was in a huge profit, and the profit was around 90,000. I sold it this year. That was my only selling stock in this entire portfolio, and I don't pay any tax on it because it was a part of long-term capital gains, and 1 lakh is MAF. So it was a zero tax churn. I took that money and reinvested it in pre-call right now. So if you see, this entire portfolio has no negatives and the positives are very big. Now, when will I invest? When will I exit these companies, right? Now, as of now, all of my top companies, which is Trent, Varun Beverages, Apar, KEI, have not given me any reason to sell as of today. If I look at their stock price, also they have not given me any reason to sell. And even if I look at their fundamentals, they have not given me any reason to sell. Number one, the minute I see a slowdown in any of these companies, if Varun Beverages is slowing down or Trent is slowing down, then I will start churning my position and I'll start exiting my positions. I might have to pay tax on it, but I will only pay a small amount of tax because we're in this new year, right? And this new year, I've not sold anything as of now. So this is something that is going to be a big advantage for me. This is what I'm looking at. Now, coming to what do I do with these laggers? ICICI Bank, TCS, Nestle, Titan. Shashank, why are you keeping them? Why don't you just sell them and buy something new? Now, I want to keep them only because they build a stability in my portfolio. Because how many stocks do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 9, 4 stocks are safe stocks and 5 are the mid-cap risky bets, which have all played off, right? Pre-call is only my new bet. But if you look at my other 4 bets that I thought will play off 2 years ago or 1 year ago, have all played out and they played out wonderful, right? Because if you look at Trent, June 2023 to now has been 1 year. I've got 356% return in 1 year, 286% return in Varun Beverages in 1 year, 233% return in Apar Industries in 1 year again. And if I look at KPI, right, KEI, it has also given me 2023, it has also given me 100% return in 1 year. So if I look at the 4 bets that I took 1 year ago with my thinking and my psychology, all 4 bets have worked, what I thought would work. Bharat Dynamics was also profitable and I sold it at 1 lakh profit, right? The 4 bets that I thought will be safe will just be like a Nifty 50. This is what it looks like. Now see the funny part here. Now ICICI Bank, TCS, Nestle, Titan, I could have just bought the Nifty 50 index. I did not have to buy these 4 companies and I could have bought the Nifty 50 index in the same weightage around 3.5 lakhs, and the remaining 4-5 bets I could have still taken and my portfolio had actually made more money because these guys actually lagged my portfolio quite hard, 23-25%. When Nifty gave 40%, this actually lagged my portfolio, and I've invested heavy amounts in this compared to what I invested in, like let's say Trent, or the other companies. So this is basically what the portfolio looks like. Now, why is the reason I showed you this, and why did I go deep into this, right? Now, these companies are something that I'm holding. I'm not selling it yet, and I will continue to hold for quite a bit of time. I have also done a similar portfolio for my son that I'm using it for an SIP purpose. That is not a lump sum amount like this. That is an SIP, ongoing SIP that I'm doing, which has same around 10 to 15 stocks. I usually prefer not having more than 15 stocks. That to 15 I would go max. I love having 10 stocks because I need to just focus on these 10 companies and see if these 10 companies works. Because if my bet is correct and the 10 companies work, I make a lot of money. And in this case, as you saw, out of 9 companies, 5 of them worked, 4 of them did not work. And even when 4 of them did not work, but 5 of them worked really well, I still beat the Nifty quite handsomely, right? So this was the reason for doing this entire video. Now, if you have any questions, any doubts on this video, put it in the comment section below. So at least now you will understand basically how to create a portfolio by yourself, and how holding long or holding long term like this, you can actually create beautiful wealth and create multi-baggers. Because this is the bull run, right? We will soon go into a bear run and you will not have these opportunities. But in the bull run, thoda smart bano and have the patience to hold long. I had the patience to hold Trent and Varun Beverages and KEI and Apar, and they've given me significantly good returns, handsome returns. And I've invested such a small amount in that. I'm not even invested heavy amounts. Imagine if I'd actually gone double down, triple down and invested heavy in that, I would have made much more returns, but it's okay, right? I'm also learning along with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you liked it, share this with your friends and also click on that red button to subscribe. And I will see you guys soon in another video. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye.